Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you two of my absolute favorite methods to help you start decluttering, and they're really fast and easy, don't take a lot of time, and don't require you to pull out a whole closet full of stuff onto your bed. If you're new to my channel, my name's Mel. I'm absolutely obsessed with decluttering. I've been decluttering my home for 3 years. I am a bit of a minimalist, but I have a husband who's a non-minimalist and 2 kids, so I still need to keep on top of the clutter that comes into my home from time to time, just to maintain a bit of a happy balance. So I make videos about decluttering, tips to help you start decluttering, videos to help you declutter along with me so you can see what I do and get some motivation. So if that is what you're interested in, I'd love to have you click on the red subscribe button below and join my little community here. So getting straight into it, the first decluttering method I'm going to show you is really easy, and it's something that a lot of people do. You just get a box or a basket and you put it somewhere where you can easily access it. It might be in the front of your closet, or it might be in a corner of your bedroom, or in your hallway where you won't forget about it. And what you basically do, every time you're walking around your house and you see something that you don't love or use anymore, you pick up that item and go and put it straight in the box or basket straight away. Don't sit on it, and then you'll end up with a box full of stuff at the end of a few days or a week or a few weeks, and once the box is full, you can go and donate that box or give things away. What I like about this method is that it keeps you really conscious of the items in your home, so you do become a bit more observant. And when you're just going about your daily business, looking at things in a new light and thinking, do I really use this? Do I really love this? And questioning, does it add value to your home? Is it something that you really want to spend the time keeping and maintaining and cleaning and trying to find a home for that kind of thing? If it's not, then immediately go put it in the box. And you could do 1 item a day, 2 items a day, or just whenever you remember. But I like this method because it's not overwhelming. It doesn't require that you have to set aside 1 or 2 hours to go through and consciously declutter a whole section or whole area of your home. So for example, when you're cooking, you might find some utensils or some gadgets that you think, hey, I really just don't use that anymore, and put them in the box. And then once the box is full, off you go, take it and donate it. It's that simple. So really you have no excuses not to be doing it by this method. Just go get that box, put it in a corner, by your front door or in your bedroom or in the front of your closet where you're not going to forget about it, and start decluttering today. Okay, so my second method is pretty easy as well, and it's something that I started doing about 2 months ago when my whole family was sick and I was just going crazy with the mess in my house. So if I'm sick, if Mum is sick, the whole house just becomes a mess. It just becomes a disaster zone. There's no cleaning or tidying done, just the basics are getting done to survive day to day. I just hate having mess around me. I find it hard to focus. I'm not happy. I was laid up with a really, really bad flu and I couldn't declutter anything. But what I actually started doing is I got my phone and I started a little list on my notes app, and I basically would sit there and think of things that I could declutter. And I didn't have the strength or the energy to get up and walk around my house and declutter this stuff, but I just started writing it down on the list. And today I'm going to walk around my house and gather those things that are on my list that I basically, when I was sitting down in bed, or you could do it, when you're having a cup of tea one day, just sit there and start making a list of things that you think, oh, my daughter's grown out of that, or my son doesn't wear that anymore, or something where you think, oh, I've got this ingredient in my kitchen that I'm probably not likely to use, and I saw that last time I was going through my pantry, so I'll just declutter that. So you write it down on the list, and then when you have more time, you walk around your house looking at your list, and you go and collect those things, put them in a box or whatever, and donate them. When I say donate, I don't mean just give everything to Goodwill as well. I mean consciously give stuff to people that you know would appreciate that thing. Like I always like to ask people first rather than just dumping my uncluttered items onto them. I'll ask if they want it first, because I just don't want to transfer clutter from one place to another. But I find Facebook freebie sites are a great place to get rid of unwanted items, because the people that come and collect them from you, I'm a big fan of the porch pickup, where you just message them your address and leave it on the front porch on whatever day to pick it up. I just love that whoever comes to pick it up is someone who actually wants that item. They've taken the trouble to drive to your house and come and pick up that item, so you know it's going somewhere where it's going to be wanted. Charity shops are good kind of as a last resort, but they do get so much stuff, particularly around the beginning of the year when everyone's doing like a bit of a spring clean or a bit of a new year declutter. So just keep in mind that charities can't take all sorts of items, and they do have to, I guess, put limits in place, otherwise they would just get dumped with everyone's stuff, and not all of it is stuff that they'll necessarily be able to sell. But I just thought I'd mention that because we want to make sure that we're decluttering and taking the items to places where they're going to be reused and not just end up as a clutter problem somewhere else. So back to the list on my phone. Reason why I love having this list on my notes app is because I could be doing anything at any given time. I could be out and about shopping or whatever, or cooking dinner, or just playing with my kids, and I might think of something like, oh, that's one thing I can declutter. I can declutter the high chair. I can declutter, you know, that baby item that's not being used anymore. I forgot about that lurking in the back of the cupboard, those kinds of things. And you can immediately whip out your phone and put it into your notes app. There could be other ways that you want to make the list as well, but choose whatever method works for you. Just have it somewhere where it's centralized and you can easily access it and add to it when you need to. All right, so I'm going to show you a few things that I've put on my list, and we are going to go and declutter now. All right, so here's my phone here, and it's this one, the Notepad app, the little yellow and white symbol that we're going to go into now. So here is what I've got on my list. Now I've actually deleted a few items that I have actually donated or sold since I've added them to my list, and as you can see, because I'm doing this video as part of the 5 days of decluttering, I've already decluttered the mosaic toy and the toddler ride-on as part of my toy decluttering video, and then the Christmas reindeer I've already decluttered as part of my Christmas or seasonal decor video. So I've just ticked them off. To get the little tick boxes, you would click on this circle at the bottom with the check mark in it, and then you can make a list, and then you can just like tick things off as you go. So we're going to go around my house and grab these things. There's not a lot. There's a cot quilt that was a gift, but my daughter did not really use it a lot. She used mainly sleeping bags in her cot, and now she's not in a cot, she's in a big girl's bed. So I'm going to donate that to a mum in need because I think it's pretty much in new condition. So that is something that would be really nice to donate. There's a book that I read most of and didn't really read all of it properly, and I'm not going to. I decided I've got out of it the information that I wanted or needed, so I took it out of my car glove box and I brought it inside. This one is a red casserole dish that I bought quite a while ago from Aldi. I've used it quite a few times, but I didn't use it this winter because I bought a new slow cooker and I found it's a little bit small. So when I cook meals, I usually like to double the recipe, and it's just too small to do a double batch in. I've also got this Christmas candle that I don't use because it's kind of like a wintry warm scent. Of course, in Australia, Christmas is in summer, so it doesn't really seem appropriate. It's hardly been burnt because I don't use it. It's not something I'd burn in summer, and it's not really a scent that I absolutely love. I've actually bought it from TK Maxx. If you look back on some of my past videos, you'll probably see it as part of my very first TK Maxx haul. But that was 2 years ago. I'm going to give it away to someone who does like candles. I've also got some old soccer goals kicking around in the backyard which are not being used. My husband actually forgot we had them and bought some portable soccer goals which are much more compact and easier to store. These ones are just getting exposed the elements outside, so I think I'm going to give those away as well. And then when I sold my daughter's change table, I didn't give them the change table mat, and we were still sort of changing my daughter on her mat on the floor. She was too heavy to lift onto the table. She's toilet trained now, so we don't need the change table mat anymore. So there you have it, my 2 really easy quick decluttering methods that don't involve you having to upheaval your house and make a big mess, and I really hope these help you get started. Even one item a day makes a huge difference. Practice is progress, so any small action you do towards decluttering your home is going to progress you, and it will just snowball from there. I hope you really enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Remember, there are 4 other videos because this is a 5 days of decluttering video series, so make sure you go check the rest of the videos out. I will leave the link right over here so you can check out the playlist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Siri, add a note to declutter the red casserole dish.
Okay, I've created a note. Declutter the red casserole dish.